Frases. Porque não lembro, a live passada foi só... foi só a batalha do Ifrit contra o Titã. Foi uma batalha incrível. Aliás, incrível, tá? Foi divertida e obrigada pela Lorena. E foi, né? Uma das batalhas já feitas. Era pra lançar uma garrafa em mim. Por que não lançou em mim uma garrafa aí, o Tits? Aí a gente fez, literalmente fez quase nada na live passada, porque foi só a batalha lá deles lá. O cara tá pausado ali, ó. Ah, voltou. Droga. Vamos falar com o Ottoman. Subindo. Não, aqui. Perfeito. Não! Ué, a gente matou ele, seu doida.
You today, Clive? Is everything we've received and everything promised? You earned this.
Just an idea.
All done?
Fofo. Eu só consegui até um agora porque eu só achei um até agora. B crazy. B A o A é um cara. C B o A, esse aqui é o quê? Mostra lá uma senta. Um S, o rompedor de mundos. Local. Over there. Aqui tem o cara. Jalebi baby.
Clive, you're back.
Clive.
I am. And with glad tidings for once. Hugo Kupka is no more. Well, be. All of our comrades who lost their lives back at Sid's place be smiling down at you right now.
We had a stolus from Lubor saying Drake's fang had fallen. I expect that was your doing as well, was it?
It's a long story.
One for the history books, I'll bet.
Welcome home, Clive.
It's good to be back. You look better.
I feel it. Which means I'm coming on your next little adventure. You're not leaving me behind again.
Wouldn't dream of it. Otto. Any word on the Royalist movement since I've been away?
Shouldn't you be putting your feet up? If you really want to know, go and have a word with Vivian.
Thank you. I will.
Entendi. Ah, pode não falar a moça da história, mano do céu. Vamos lá. Fala aí, Vivi. Conte a história pra gente.
The conquering hero returns, and with hardly a scratch on him.
I may have picked up one or two.
Well, the fact that you came straight to me instead of visiting our resident physiker suggests that you picked up something more important. A scent. The scent of Waludas.
The very same. But whatever plans Kupka was hatching with the Royalists, he took them to his grave. As did his men. Slaughtered by the orcs who'd taken over the Fang. Orcs, Vivian. I've never seen such creatures in Storm before. The Waludas must have ferried them over from Ash, but why? Why work to rescue Kupka only to invade his home, the mother crystal of an allied nation, and let both fall? It makes no sense.
Do you know the tale of the blind men and the Adamantus? One can often be led astray by focusing too closely on individual details. One must instead see the bigger picture. And what bigger picture is there than my map?
Que lá. Já acho que vão fazer amanhã
The
aqui e não tem
kingdom
live.
of Waloed claims dominion over all of Ash. It is a nation forged by the bloody conquest of Barnabas Tharm, the dominant of Odin. The Canvarian War of Independence in 849. The Battle of the Twin Realms in
Leve
865.
proteção, Emoguinho.
The Battle of Belinus Tor in 873. Wheresoever his armies fought, Odin was found where the fighting was fiercest. But of late, the warrior king appears to have laid his sword to rest. Battle rages for control of the crystalline dominion. Yet Tharm sends not a single ship in support of his Dalmekian allies. Meanwhile, the Blight ravages great swathes of Ash. Yet warlike Waloed
Que episódio você
shows
tá
not the
do
faintest interest
do
in
Hannibal,
laying
hein, Moguinho?
claim to untouched lands. So why go to the trouble of sending an army of orcs into the heart of Drake's Fang, only to make no attempt to claim the Mother Crystal for Waloed? It can hardly be for lack
E
of
falam
men.
o Alud, eu ia falar o Alawed. Okay.
Armies rival any in the Twins.
Vocês só dormem.
No. We have not seen the last of the Waloed standard. Odin will ride again. It is but a question of when. And on that day, who will be trampled underfoot? In summary, I know not to what end the royalist betrayed Kupka. I know only that it is part of some broader scheme. A scheme tied to the ambitions of one man.
King Barnabas.
But there is no need to
E
wallow
o
in
King Barnabas é a cara do Clive. Porque eles são parecidos. Eu tô confusa ainda. Não sei se foi preguiça. Mas não, eu tenho certeza que não foi preguiça. Porque os caras fizeram um trabalhão nesse game. Não foi preguiça. Então eles são relacionados de alguma maneira. E eu quero saber qual.
If one is to cure a sickness, one must first identify the symptoms. And your Lord Uncle has volunteered to do just that by
Ai, eu não
taking
esqueço.
control of his movements.
Eu esqueci, Demoguinha. Que tinha feito isso.
Really
Tem
throwing
um
himself
bom.
into this.
Indeed he is. Which means all that remains for us to do is await his reports. Well, not quite all in your case.
Eu não vi mais nenhum spoiler do Final Fantasy XVI, então pra mim tudo é novo.
Justice has been done.
Deixa eu fazer um
Hugo
aniversário
Kupka
diferente.
is dead. The wounds he left
Pois é,
behind are
Charlotte.
still
Imagina ver
raw,
minha live.
especially for those who lived
Pra te
with
saber o
sick
que a gente
belongings.
fala sobre na minha live, o que aparece na minha
Tell
live.
them
Imagina,
that
imagina!
those wounds might finally begin to heal. Consider it the price of today's instruction.
I've never known you to be sentimental.
What can I say? I am only human. And we are, all of us, sentimental animals at heart.
I suppose we are. Very well. I'll go and spread the word.
Pam, pararam, param. Falei com o Sharon. Vamos falar com a Sharon Stone. Mas cadê a Juliana? Aqui ela! Olha que bonitinha! E aí,
It's
Jill?
good to have you back. I was worried. It's good to have you back. I was worried.
Ela sorri cada vez que falar com ele, olha. Cara normal. Fala com ele.
It's good to have you back.
Sorridinho.
I was worried.
O cara aqui anda assado. Ei, Blackthorn.
Blackthorn, do you have a moment?
What is it? I'm busy.
I wanted to tell you that Hugo Kupka is dead.
Que fita, hein? Oh, cara dele triste. Não, que coisa feia. Não deixaram a carinha triste dele, só fizeram o último trabalho na boca dele. Por quê? Pra quê?
Do you hear those words? This is it then.
to live up to the name.
Sharon Stone, vamos aqui. Ah, Sharon aqui, ó.
Well, someone looks pleased with himself. It's true what I'm hearing, then.
Nothing escapes you, Lady Karen. It's true. Kupka is dead.
No more looking over our shoulders, then. Good. I'm starting to get a crick in my neck. Don't let it go to your head, though. Is it business or pleasure?
Droga! Eu não tava esperando essa. Vindo de lá um girocóptero. Caramba, 35k. Me namora. Sei que noites bom que você chora. Fico em casa só contando as horas.
Back, are ya? What's that for you, dear?
Rebolo. Ok, olha, ainda bem que eu não comprei lá. Ó.
No scratches, right?
Sinto por dentro. Mas agora. Quem me namora.
Not bad, if I do say so myself. Should last you a good while.
Sei que foi que você chora. Fica toda só
My best work, but it'll do.
Feito me namora.
Yeah, that should do you. And
Obrigado. Que eu sinto por dentro. Ok, bonitinho. Me namora. E aí, amigo, tudo bom?
ah, Clive, have you come seeking the gift of knowledge?
Infelizmente não.
No. To share mine, actually. Hugo Kupka is dead.
Oh my! Can it really be true?
Look, he's crying. He is. The big baby.
And
Caramba!
children, these are tears of joy. We must offer up a prayer to your parents that the heavens might weep with
Criança
us.
sacana, hein?
There shall be no lessons today, only thanksgiving and merrymaking. Go, put away your things.
All right. Brilliant.
Finally, a new
Caramba,
dawn has
Eugênio.
broken.
It has.
Thank you, Clive. I cannot wait to share the good news.
Hippocrates,
I hope this
after
one
Kupka fell,
goes
Ultima
around the back
came to me. I need to know what he is. Have you learned anything?
Alas, no. And not for want of trying. I have scoured nigh every historical tome in our collection and found nothing. Not even the sort of conspicuous absence that might suggest a concealment of fact. One is almost tempted to conclude that such a creature never existed.
But I saw him with my own eyes.
I don't doubt that you did. Alas, it seems you are the only one who has. To others, he reveals naught. We see only that which he leaves in his wake, like some terrible force of nature beyond the ken of mortal man.
A bringer of death.
Whether the Ultima you met with was the being itself, or merely another projection of its power, I know not. But until I do, my investigations shall continue.
Thank you. It means a lot. Right. Let's see if Otto has anything else for me.
É mesmo, Clive Rosefield.
I'm telling you, it's true. I heard it from Otto's own lips.
You barely sat down since you came home. Vivian got you running errands or something?
Just spreading the word.
So, the Professor's got a soft side, has she? I'd never have guessed.
No. She was right, though. Everyone was glad to hear the news.
Ah, but you ain't told everyone. I can think of plenty of friends back at the old hideaway who'd sleep more peacefully for knowing. Not least of all Sid. You should tell him.
You're right. I should. And I will.
Well, when you do, be sure to take Mid with you. She's been going at it hammer and tong down at that workshop of hers, trying to do her father proud. I can't remember the last time she visited the old sod's grave.
Very well. I'll suggest it.
Como é que eu chego lá mesmo? Eu esqueci.
Think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Tem um cabelão, olha só, até no joelho. Ele dando a mid lane.
All right, Clive. What do you want?
I'm going to visit Sid, and I thought you might like to come with me.
Sorry, I'm too busy for all that right now. I've got to
É
get this thermal
aplique.
displacement stack sorted.
Tadinha.
Displacement stack. Here.
And this is for...
Only the fastest, finest ship the world has ever seen. The Enterprise. Me and my dad designed it together. Where other vessels rely on the fickle winds to drive them through the water, ours is fitted with mithril engines. And those things have got more push than a behemoth in a bad mood, and more heat than all the hells put together. Which is where the stack comes in. I may have already talked some tight-lipped shipwrights into putting the hull together for me in a little dockyard in Canva. But the stack's a bit more involved, so I'm building it here. Thing is, it's so involved that I'm running behind and it's starting to hold things up over at the shipyard. I'll come and see my dad, though, when I'm done. Whenever that is.
Is there anything I can do to help?
Good old Clive. I were hoping you'd say that. First things first, I need some parts meching. The stack will be made up of 3 major components. There's the plating.
Caramba, ela é tão tecnológica, tem slides.
The helm over the top that disperses all that heat into the air. And the shielding around the sides. That stops the rest of the ship from going up in flames.
A full suit of armor, then. Probably best to take it one piece at a time.
Then you'll need to start with the plating. Everything else fits onto it. I've got the designs and the list of materials here. Show these to Blackthorn. He'll know what to do.
Meu Deus, eu tô cansada de falar com os personagens.
I can't make head nor tail of them.
Tadinho!
Luckily,
Vai ver
you
burro!
don't need to.
Predators started reading books that don't have any pictures.
E já gostou de verdade, não precisa de mais nada.
Blackthorn, can I ask a favor?
Não.
Hell with it.
It's for Mid.
This my last chance to say I'm otherwise engaged. Spare myself the arseache. Go on then. What is it this time?
She said you would know. Here.
Krieger's Tates. Well, I don't know what the hell you'd want this for, but I can make it. Won't be easy though. And I'll need help. Get Gavinotto in here, will ya?
All right.
Pelas minhas, Emoguinho. Welcome to the playground, follow me.
So Mid's roped us all in here again, hasn't she? Typical.
Olha o Gabi
If
desolhado.
that's what it takes to get her to visit Sid's grave, I'll do what I can.
And, what is it we need to do, exactly?
Take a look at this. It's this
De
plate.
novo os caras com o slide. Slide ainda. O slide tu carrega aí no bolso, aqui no teu pulso, sabe? Um relógio.
Still won't work. We need something that can get very hot, very fast, and still keep its shape. That means an alloy. Something that won't break or buckle at the temperatures she's talking about. Which is where you lot come in. I need materials, and I've got my work cut out already. You'll have to fetch them. Now, there's a special kind of sand I'm after that you can only find out in the Velcroy. Stardust, they call it. As for the rest of the stuff, my usual supply should have it in stock. It just needs buying and bringing back here.
Well, we'll get it done quicker if we split up. One of us should probably give you an hand collecting the sand.
And the other can go and get the rest from this supplier.
Right then.
Well, make your minds up who's going where, we can get this over with.
Missão aceita. Eu não aceitei nada. Tô me obrigando. Acabei de falar com ele, porque eu tenho que falar com ele de novo.
Which one of these two lucky souls is going with you?
Vai, chat, escolhe o Otto ou o Gavi. Welcome to the playground. Gosto mais do Gavi, Gavi. Ok, é o Gavi. Ai. Eu também gosto mais do Gavi. Então vamos de Gavi. Mas se ele morrer na minha missão, é a culpa de vocês.
Gav, you're with me.
All right then. So, where do we find this Stardust stuff?
There's a river that runs through the southern reaches of the Velcroy. It's the black sand that washes up on its banks that you're after.
Southern reaches of the Velcroy, eh? That's down past Dalamil. I'll go and scout the place out. See about hiring us a wagon to bring the stuff back to.
All right. I'll meet you by the river.
While you're off having a paddle, I'll pick up the rest of the stuff from Blackthorn's supply. Take care.
You two, eh? Don't go letting him fleece ya.
Fleece me? I'd like to see him try.
In your own time.
Ok, não me terá necessário. Vá para o rio, vai corroborate. Tem que ver o mapa onde? É outro botão. O Clive tá ali, vocês não sabem. E a gente tem que vir pra cá. O Oberk dá-lhe mil. Dá-lhe mil. Dá-lhe mil. Dá-lhe mil. Entendeu? Entendeu? Entenderam? Entenderam? Entenderam?
Looks like I found the river. Now where's Gav?
Ele não ia vir com a gente? Ué, Gav. O Gav trollou a gente. É isso. Sobe aí, sobe aí, sobe aí, sobe aí. Poxa, 5. Entra aí, entra aí. Não? Cringe. Ah, o Gav. E aí, Gav? Ué, você não com a parede?
Better late than never. I've had a quick scout about, and I reckon round here's our best bet if we want to grab as much of this Stardust stuff as we can. Don't know what Blackthorn's planning to do with it, though. I asked over in Dalamil, and they seem to think it was worthless. But if Stardust is what Blackthorn wants, Stardust is what he'll get. There's plenty of this stuff lying about, just begging to be bagged.
Then let's get bagging, shall we?
We shall. Race ya.
Ok. Cringe. E Gav. Gav! Gav!
You 100 gil, I find more.
Calma, sai daqui. Calma. Sim, ó. Perfeito. De frente, como é que fica? Ah! Ok, vamos lá. Vou fazer a missão. Vamos fazer a missão. Param, pam, 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 param, pam, 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 param, pam. Ó, poeira. É, ok. Nossa, eu odeio que pra interagir eu ponho o botão de pular. Quando tem esse problema. Fiz a mesma porcaria. Ok, tá lá, me assustou. Take shots, double trigger, bang, bang, bang. On my double trigger. Ó, tinha um inteirinho, eu passei direto nele. Vou pegar. Já vou voltar pra missão, calma aí, missão. Olha, eu peguei outro girocóptero. Uma águia ali em cima. Ah, aqui. Pra cima? Vai ter batalha, quer ver? Olha os chocobros. Ué, cadê? Calarios, calarios. Ah, aqui. Ok, ali na frente. Meu Deus do céu, para de correr. Só fácil. Pega poeira.
That should be enough for now. Let's see how Gav's getting on.
Bem easy. Caramba, o Gabi pegou uma bolsichinha toda, a gente pegou 5 punhados.
You finished? How much did you get?
Enough. I hope.
Ele não sabe contar.
Oh, you win. That might even be enough for old Blackthorn. Hey, before we go, do you mind if we have a chat?
E ele quer conversar sozinhos. O que será que ele quer falar, hein? trigger. Bang, bang, bang. Madame trigger.
Feels like ages since we had the chance to talk. You know, man to man like.
Será que ele não vira um urso? Sabia que eu jogar o game, a Charlotte? Baldur's Gate 3? Pois é.
There was a lot to work out.
And there still is. Those shoulders of yours starting to feel the strain. Hardly ever see you around the hideaway nowadays. Always on some errand or other. You can take a day off, you know.
Says the man who spends most of his time behind enemy lines.
Only 'cause you keep sending me there.
I know I can count on you, Gav.
Likewise. So you keep sending me wherever you need to, and I'll keep going.
Oh, que bonitinho.
Safe in the knowledge that I have a home to come back to. Thanks to you. Right. That's enough soppy shite for one day. We'd better get this lot back to Blackthorn before he slings his hammer at someone.
You go on ahead. And try to get some rest once you're there.
Oh, I plan to. Believe you me. After Blackthorn gets what he needs, of course.
Right. Ready to go home, boy?
Oh, realmente foi bem fácil essa parte. Sei lá, acho que tem um monstro pra gente batalhar e depois uma batalha de 15 mil horas. Mas não, ó. Vai e volta. Aqui. Mó de boa. E sem trauma dessa vez. Só coisa fofinha. Só cena fofinha. Sem trauma.
Let's hope this is all Blackthorn needs.
Pois é, Blackthorn. Voltei. Todo mundo tá vivo.
Got everything you need?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Cheers for the stardust. Should be enough to be getting on with.
We should go out on maneuvers together more often. You're beat sneaking around on your Todd all the time.
I'll make a start on putting this thermal plating together then. It will take some time, mind. So if you've got other things to be getting on with, I could do without you breathing down my neck.
Thank you, Blackthorn. I'll let Mid know construction's underway.
Missão concluída, tá vendo só? Mó de boa. Concluímos de boa demais. Ganhei uma moeda de Goblin ainda, sangue preto e um girocóptero de novo.
Suppose we'd better be getting back to work too.
Give us a shout if you need anything.
Ele vai gritar? Será? Será bom, hein? Nossa, a bundinha do Gavin. Redondinha, redondinha. Vamos falar com a mídia então. Por aqui. Aqui dá direito, certinho lá. É o buraco. Foi o que ele disse?
Editors started reading books that don't have any.
If I don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn started work on the plating.
Excellent. One down, two to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need. What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you
Mais-
see the
mais
mithril
e
engine
mais,
in which mithril is burned to generate
Plateau.
heat. That heat is then
Feito no
harnessed to
PowerPoint.
produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we to rely on thermal plating alone to achieve this effect, the rate of excess heat buildup would far exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far above anything we are able to make today. And not only that, they're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why, if sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand. Mid said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin. Where would I find it?
Ah, yes. It's in Lorbert's Pass, near Lostwing. The thing is, well, I probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
I see. Then I suppose I'd better deal with this unwanted visitor for you. Would that help?
Oh, very much. Thank you, Sid. I'll gather my team and head there right away. We'll meet you outside the ruins.
Soltando vapor 2. Rosemary in time. Clive está aqui. É pra gente ir aqui. It's my sacrifice because against you. Ai, coçando minhas costas. I fall to pieces and then I'm with you. I fall to pieces. Chosen one, rosemary in time. Meu Deus do céu, eu não consigo passar esse lugar. Confuso demais.
Good day to you.
Bom dia.
The crystals we get from the tail are all...
Rosemary in time. E aí, amigo, tudo bom? Ai, calma aí, gente. Às vezes eu pergunto, o que eu tô fazendo? Nada. Eu tô tentando abrir uma lata. E ela tá vencendo. Ai. Ai, quase tô andando com a natureza, assim. Ele é o próprio meme do Homer, sabe? Ai, calma aí, eu volto. Pronto, voltei. Ai, meu Deus. Ai, eu me coloco nesse negócio. Por quê? Não sei, não sei. Ai. Alô, Luna? Bom, tá ligada.
Sim, estou viva, Reiner BR. Estou aqui pronta para conversar e ajudar no que precisar. Obrigada pela preocupação. Como posso ser útil hoje? Abrir uma lata com um martelo pode ser perigoso, Reiner BR. Existem alguns riscos envolvidos, como o martelo pode escorregar e causar ferimentos, fragmentos de metal podem saltar e causar cortes. Se a força for aplicada de forma inadequada, o martelo pode causar danos à lata e lançar objetos para fora dela. Recomenda-se sempre usar um abridor de latas adequado para evitar acidentes.
Obrigada, Luna. Não se preocupe, não vou abrir nenhuma lata com martelo. Essa lata. Tudinho, obrigada pelo seu follow, menina, que parece que eu tenho minha live. Olha lá. Sai de perto de mim. Mas duvida se ela sabe quem é o Will Graham.
Emoguinha, não posso prever ou especular sobre relacionamentos pessoais, pois cada pessoa tem suas próprias preferências e escolhas. O melhor é conversar diretamente com a pessoa em questão para saber os sentimentos e interesses dela. Boa sorte!
Diga pro Will, Emoguinha. Manda um zap pra ele. Manda um zap pra ele.
Oh, there you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
I'm so easily, my anxiety creeps inside me, makes me hard to breathe. Must go over me, feels like somebody else. I get overwhelmed in my mind, day and night. Everything and everything am alright.
Anybody home?
My for my, I can just stand out there. Olha o zodidinho.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to go.
I get overwhelmed so easily, my anxiety creeps inside. I get overwhelmed. Ai, para! subiu de nível.
The things I do for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Concluída. Boa tarde, Enzo. Vapor 2, sim. Tinha um baú por aqui, cadê? Eu vi um baú por aqui. Cadê a porcaria do baú? Jogo! Você engoliu meu baú, é isso? Vamos pra frente. Queimou, pam 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 pam. Queimou, vai queimou. Pam 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 pararam, pam 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 param. Pam param pam pararam pararam pam 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 param pam. Vai queimou. Queimou, vai queimou. Queimou, vai queimou.
I think Mid might need some help.
If I don't come up with something soon.
Mid. Helena has recovered the material for the helm. She'll be along shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
And just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prism for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've wrapped my brains and I just can't think what would do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Param, pam, pam, param, pam. Queimou, vai queimou. Queimou, vai queimou. Pam, 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 param. Mas tem carta. A gente matou, né, o... Upka. Mas tem carta?
He crack the crystal too.
Sim, tem carta, ó. Bacana. Mesa de leitura. Peço perdão pela corrida em Rosalif. Por que ela manda uma carta? Tipo, ela mora com a gente. Por que ela manda uma carta? Ela mora com a gente.
Thanks to Sid.
Hippocrates, do you have the moment?
No.
For you, Clive, always.
Well, actually, it's for mid this time. Could you take a look at this?
Shielding for a mithril engine. Whatever will that girl think of next? What are these notes around the edges?
She has some specific requirements for the materials. The shielding needs to be able to resist extreme heat on the inside, and yet remain cool enough on the outside not to set the ship alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Perhaps it is not a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted water will eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelisk complains that without a constant supply of pitch. I see.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragonfire.
So if we could recreate it...
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelisk might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
Thank you, Hippocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in
companhia de
researching
mulher.
how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always. Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
De novo! Não, vou pro 3 agora. Que escolher? Obviamente vai com a Jill, né?
So, Clive, have you made your decision?
Claro!
Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
A dona Jill é quem tu acha que é?
Very well. So then, what do we need to find?
Uma
I have
camiseta.
taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
White chocobo eggs. Pepio nuts. Are you sure this list is right?
Ah, falando em castanha, vou pegar
Everything on
castanha pra
here
mim.
seems very
Enquanto rola a
edible.
cutscene.
I would have thought the ingredients would be a little more exotic.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited. Effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Okay.
Is that so? I've been meaning to visit Northreach anyway. I'll set out now. Join me now when you're ready.
Tem gente rica lá.
Until then.
You two enjoy yourselves.
You too, Talia.
Ciúme? Ciúminho? Ciúminho? Ciúminho. Caramba, longe, hein? Rincão.
Now, where's Jill?
Ali, ó. É música que você vende.
Do you see anything you like? You've a keen eye.
Obrigada. Ué, cadê a Jill? Tô cega? Jill? Ah, aqui. Tá escondida mesmo, ó. Caramba.
Those Pepio nuts?
How goes the hunt for ingredients?
I've only just started. I'm sure everything we need is somewhere amongst all these stores, though. Why don't we split up and see? We'll take a couple of ingredients each.
All right. What am I looking for?
How about you look for the Pepio nuts and some garlic? I'll find the other things we need. We can meet by the gate when we're finished.
Up! You'll not find a bruised pig. Fresh cuts. Come and get them before.
What can I interest you in today?
Alho.
I trust it's all here.
How the hell is anyone...
Castanha do Pará.
What do you want?
Caramba, mó grosso.
Go on. Take it.
That's everything. Let's see how Jill's getting on.
Keep them pilchards nice and chilled.
Dá pra comprar, eles dizem que o jogo é bom, é.
Did you find everything?
I did. Here.
Alho, castanha, confirmar.
Garlic and Pepio nuts. Perfect.
Pepio nuts.
Now all that remains is for Harpocrates to somehow turn all this into what Mid needs to keep her engine cool.
Aí eu vou fazer sopinha.
But before we head back, would you walk with me a while?
Claro. Você sabe que me beijar agora? A outra morte aconteceu, né? Então, um beijinho agora seria, né? Seria divertido de ter.
Thank you for asking me to help you today. It makes a nice change.
It does. It's good to get away from all the battle and bloodshed for once. Just being here reminds me of when we were children. Do you remember?
Aww.
Walking down Market Street in Rosalith, taking in the sights and smells.
How could I forget? What with Torgal's antics. Remember how his nose would prick up at the scent of sausages? He'd go racing away and we'd have to go running after him. We wouldn't catch you now, would we, boy?
Was there anything you wanted to buy for yourself while we're here?
There was, yes. Well, sort of. Molly in the kitchens told me about a place that sells particularly good pies. Thought you might like to share one with me.
I would. Thank you.
And I saw some bread. Big white cobs like the baker back in Rosalith used to make. What do you think? I thought we might get some soup to dip it in. But then I tried a slice of the butcher's dry-cured ham, and it was just... oh.
You all right?
Sorry. It's just... you're right. I really do feel like a child again being here with you. Clive.
Clive.
Is it wrong of me to enjoy this?
Oh, tadinha. Todo mundo tá traumatizado. Não precisa de trauma. Todo mundo traumatizado.
This is how life should be. And it's how our lives will be when our work is finally done. When we can live on our own terms.
I hope so. Thank you, Clive. Well, I suppose we best be getting back. I need to give these ingredients to Hippocrates and Talia. I'll see you at the hideaway.
Take care.
I will. You too.
Vamos voltar pra casa. Uma coisa que eu não gosto é que volta ali pra cima, tem que arrastar tudo pra cá, em vez de deixar a luzinha já aqui. Aí daí eu só apertava o botãozinho, aí ia, sabe?
I wonder how Hippocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Down to the river. Cheguei.
How's work on the shielding?
Foi uma live de Final Fantasy bem calminha hoje, né? Uma batalha aqui e ali, e é isso.
I was just explaining to Talia how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course. Oh, and Clive, thank you. It was nice just being with you.
Aww.
It appears our work here is almost at an end. A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once. When both the shielding and
Não teve a famosa... Exatamente, não teve.
The other.
Seria Apocalipse irmão perdido do Guarda Mutante? Provavelmente. Provavelmente.
Someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me. Thank you, Hippocrates.
Apocalipse. Mas a missão concluída, não. Fizemos duas missões. Na live passada fizemos uma. Aqui a gente fez duas. Só do vapor 3 já. Então são 3 missões.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Será que agora a gente usa o navio? Seria bom, né? Ai.
Thanks to Sid.
Pra cá. Isso aqui. Lê. Entrada proibida. Esteja avisado. Ah, ok. Não queria mesmo? Pra assistir Mutontos hoje, o Axolote com a gente aqui. Vai. Será que vai mesmo? Quase entra no buraco errado de novo.
Editors started reading books that don't have any pictures in.
Pronto, Mid.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is
Só de
underway.
segunda que fica pegada. Aham.
In a manner of speaking, Hippocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then.
Pelos não verem sem mim, é verdade. É por isso que a gente não teve Mutonto, gente, segunda-feira. O Axolote apagou a luz porque ele não podia assistir com a gente. Aí ele cortou o fio da luz da minha casa aqui.
You know, when I got into the smithing game,
Comi o cabo, é.
swords and shields, not thermal bleeding.
Repimboca de
didgeridoo-dahs.
parafusetas. Repimbocas de parafusetas. Alguém que fala isso é a minha avó. Meu Deus! Quem ajudou isso?
Displacement stacks.
Same difference.
Isso é tudo que ele fala, os tiros estão indo. Meu Deus, sim!
I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest salmon you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
It's not the same without a gun. Oh, 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 oh. Caramba, que navio feio. Meu Deus do céu, olha isso, isso é um navio. Isso... Tô aqui em trabalho pra fazer esse negócio aí. Poxa, Mid. E tá pronto! E tá pronto! Navio de pobre! Macacos me mandam, que horrível! Sim, meu Deus! Como que é seu navio? Que diabo é isso?
Fuck for that. I'll be feeling my hammer arm for weeks.
Thank you, Clive, Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
Meu Deus, Mid!
What's the matter?
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown. Searching for a land untouched by the Blight. Just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want her to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get you what you want.
Don't you always? All right. My mind's made up. As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans. I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
Me dad.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
I was. And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right.
Oxe, do nada o Clive agora quer dar com toda a mulher, é isso mesmo?
Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Ai, ai. Ih! Segura o volante, eu pego na marcha, né?
Mid told me she was building a ship.
Nova carta entregue no aposento do Clive. Ei.
All right, Clive. Asterix.
Horrível.
Sending half the hideaway traipsing across the twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of.
Acho que eu perdi uma parte da história.
Finish soon enough.
A Mid é filha do Sid? Filha do Sid! E uma aluna de engenharia na Universidade de Cambridge. Desde jovem, Mid demonstrou a mesma paixão do seu pai por invenções, até mesmo superando-o. Ela conhece bem os segredos das tecnologias modernas e dos decaídos, como qualquer acadêmico dos continentes gêmeos, e almeja usar esse conhecimento em serviço de esconderijo. Acho que, quando eu fui apresentada, acho que eu não prestei atenção nela, que eu acho ela meio... Midadol Telamon. Midadol Telamon. Por que parece? Porque Midadol parece remédio pra ansiedade. Parece o nome de remédio pra ansiedade. Imagina só. Nossa, gente, tô muito ansiosa hoje. Eu não tomei o meu Midadol hoje, então... É isso. Eu não sei como que eu vou... Ai, então tá bom, né? Deixa eu tomar meu Midadol aqui. Aqui, ó. Sidolfos. Pelo amor. Ai, ai. Ai, saudade, Cid. Saudade. Ela, né? Cid e Mid. Por que eu não percebi isso antes?
She said that. In those words.
She...
Moguinha, tu ouviu o que eu falei? Saudade de peitoral saliente, nossa, sim. Mais bem metido do Final Fantasy XVI. Moguinho, sabia que a Mid... Então, a Cid é filha... Não, a Mid é filha do Cid. A Moguinha me empolgou toda, escreveu tudo errado. Sabe escrever? Ela não passou do pré. Então, a Mid é filha do Cid, e o nome dela completo é Midadol. E eu tava falando pro chat que Midadol parece remédio pra ansiedade. Imagina só, você não tomei um remédio pra ansiedade hoje. Aí pergunta, qual o nome do remédio que tu toma? Aí tu fala Midadol. Mas esse nome de remédio. Filha do Cid tinha que ser a Didi. E a filha de Didi tinha que ser Eide. Chegar no Cid. É verdade. Enfim. Aqui, ó. Sidolfo, Estela Mãe. Eu não tenho o nome da mãe. Então a gente não sabe. Mas é filha do Cid. Eu não percebi isso quando ela foi apresentada. Então eu descobri isso agora. Sidolfos, sim. O nome dele é Sidolfos.
Yes.
Agora eu fico, de onde que tiraram esses nomes? Eu não sei.
There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
Meu Deus do céu. Vamos lá atrás da Midadol. Entraram no gerador automático, sim. Olha aqui esse cara aqui. Caramba, parece o Caronte.
Obolus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
Sim.
You in a hurry at all, are you? No, I offered to take her across.
Esse daí é aquele tal de Altair?
Just
Sim.
paid for a dinghy and rowed off.
Ah, tô coitada que me dá dó, sim.
Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Pra tu ver, Morguinho.
Don't mention
Ele tinha o cetro. É por isso que ele viveu pra todo esse tempo, Morguinho.
What tidings, uncle?
Meu querido sobrinho, minha jornada para Kenver foi um completo sucesso. O amigo que eu havia mencionado não apenas concordou em compartilhar o conteúdo da caixa forte dele conosco, como também o conhecimento das cidades livres. Obrigada.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
Sim.
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Dizer Altair. Muito
Don't
bom.
be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in and all that bollocks. Just like when we built
fofinho
this
dele.
place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set
Cleve
to head for the
sorri,
old
que coisa,
hideaway.
hein?
I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards.
Gavi Nicolas, tô dando de ver se o nome dele aqui é só Gavi. É só Gavi, não tem sobrenome. Aqui, olha, é só Gavi. O nome dele é só Gavi, ele não tem sobrenome. Ai, ai.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
Sobre criatividade, sim. Legado de Sid. É o mesmo lugar, ó. Vamos lá. O legado de Sid. De Sidolfos. Talamon. Tá na mão. O nome dele é Sid, tá na mão. Ah, que bonitinho. Ele trouxe uma florzinha.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me. But if no one is listening to what you have to say, you may as well not say it.
Ai, Morgan, sabia que o WhatsApp caiu? E caiu aqui também. Então foi mundial.
Cooker is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer.
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at
Que
once.
levanta ele, sim.
If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance. And not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I
thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies. It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there'll be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you. But we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Good.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them? Oh, thanks, Nan.
Desafio, Moguinha. Tu ficar na live por mais de 10 minutos. Direto. Desafio, vamos.
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them
Decisão de casa, não.
and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than
Era
footing
bem
up the length of the
possível.
Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goot.
Oh, okay then. I'll get me things and I'll meet yous there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav,
Already on my way, Captain.
be careful.
Aren't I always?
Me incomoda. Não sei se é eu, mas... Eu não sei se eu lembro certo, se eu lembro de errado, mas a gente tinha 4 cabelinhos. No fundo aqui. Sabe? Agora ele tem 3. E tá torto. Eu penso que ele cortou um cabelinho pro Cid.
Do you see that, Sid?
Ele fica para todo. Já chegou pretinho então, Charlotte?
Outlaw of himself.
No teleporte. Clivers. Fresta de Laetene. Laetene. Tem não? Ok. Aê! Adiante! Adiante, amigos! Ui!
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
Oh, bonitinho. Bonitinho. Vamos salvar o joguinho. Substitua. Enfim, gente. Sexta-feira a gente volta. Aproveitar que a gente tá aqui nessa parte mais negocinho. Aí a gente pausa por aqui. É bom que a gente pausou numa hora